what happened? Because I was doing counseling also. When I was incarcerated, I was doing counseling. And one of the stories that was told to me by my counselor, not my lawyer, we're gonna talk to my lawyer after I tell you the story. It was some hostages put in these boxes, and the boxes were like coffins, right? And there was hostages going crazy in some of the boxes, but one hostage learned the language of the guards that was guarding all the boxes, that was guarding them. He learned the language. He befriended them. Learned their language by, in the boxes. And what happened was this. While the hostages was in the boxes, this one hostage made friends with roaches and survived in this box for a long period of time. So my mentality was like, basically, if he can make friends with roaches in a coffin or a box and survive for a long period of time, I can do time in administration segregation in last 70 days. And so that's how I got through my situation. But I couldn't get through it. I was also fighting other cases while I was incarcerated. So my lawyer would come 2 to 3 times a day, every day to come see me, to talk to me about my different cases and go over paperwork to me. And some days I would break down, not in tears, but just break down because my body was deteriorating because I was surviving off commissary, candy bars, soda, and potato chips because I didn't eat the food because I just didn't trust it. I didn't feel comfortable or I didn't trust it. So he'd come to me every day, he'd pray with me, he'd talk to me about certain things. And he'd say, Floyd, he know my whole life story. I told him everything. I know his whole life story. And he's like one of my best friends. He's like Forrest Gump. He'd been through everything. He had been to the Army and what else?
Flew helicopters.
He flew helicopters. He crashed in helicopters twice. He tried to tell me he didn't crash, but I told him, yes, you did crash.
A successful auto rotation is not a crash. Everybody walked away. The engine quit. What was I supposed to do?
Floyd, what did you take out of doing this time that you did? What did you take out positive and negative out of this whole thing that you did during that time?
I done my time in a hole. So I basically was in a box. It's basically like a little small room, real small. And then, I was just doing, the fan mail, the mail. And I was just doing, 1,300 push-ups every day. 1,300 push-ups every day. And that's all basically I was doing. Just, reading mail, reading books, doing push-ups. That's all I could do.
What is your favorite book that you read during that era?
I was looking at I wasn't reading nothing that's negative, because you're already in a negative environment. And all the inmates, because you do not come in encounter with no other inmates. It's crazy that you may know everybody in all the cells, but y'all never touched each other's hand, and never shook hands. But everybody knew everybody knew who I was. But it was a wild situation, but I'm thankful. I'm home, I'm able to spend time with my family, and I come to find out it's nothing more important than freedom.
The phenomenon. Floyd, a couple last words for your fans out in Poland. I know we gotta cut this out.
To all my fans all over the world and in Poland, thanks for the letters, thanks for the support. Follow me on FloydMayweather.com. Go to themoneyteam.com, buy a shirt, buy a hat. Support, my promotion company. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Floyd Mayweather. And of course, being from FightHype, FightHype.com. A lot of people like to say that's my company. It's not. It's Ben's company, but he always give me a fair shake and a fair chance. And he's my friend. I love him, and I'm gonna continue to support FightHype till my career is over. He's always giving me a fair shake and a fair chance when nobody else was giving me a fair chance. And I wish all the fighters out there nothing but the best. And all the media, I want to thank you guys for your support and for writing all the great stories you guys have wrote, because it took the fans and the media for 17 years to get me to this point, to get me to the pinnacle, and I'm thankful.
Did you make any friends in prison? Did you make any friends?
Oh no.
Thank you, sir. Pleasure. Thank you for.
Thanks, champ.
Damn.